Hello and welcome to the show. How have you been? Hi, Kababa. How are you, Kababa? Oh, if you don't know about it, it's okay. You're a bit too old, but it's fine. It's fine. Hello and welcome to the show. This is TTTT. My name is Amina Abdiraba. I am your host. Hello to my panelists. Hey, Cindy.
Hi, Kamama.
I was just going to say that now,
Say it. Say it.
You beat
Say
me
it,
to
say it
it.
as a second person.
Kamams.
Come on. Hey, Masho.
I don't even see. I hope that will be a topic somewhere at some point on the show because I have a lot to say.
You start with it.
Because you're
lot
called
to
Daddy
make it a
Mato. You're called Daddy Mato.
God, Apana.
Kajadi.
Can that be a topic, please?
Yeah.
So we start with it.
Okay, so let's do it as a story. There is a young lady who has been posting TikToks every single day. I think in the morning and in the evening, and talking to guys and showing them some love and just appreciating them. And she would call them Kababa. Hi Kababa, umekula leo, umeomba. You should be grateful to see another day. And she does, like I said, morning and evening. And people have really been taking to it on TikTok and they've been responding. There are now 2 songs. Okay, Kagwe Mungai has done a song and another artist has also done a song. I don't know if he's former Kijana Vijana Barubaru, but 2 songs now are out with the Kababa thing. So now that you're updated, Mato, what is on your chest?
Say, Daddy. Why are women so against the idea of another woman taking up the feminine role of being soft?
Yeah.
Why?
Honestly, we are soft.
The amount of hardness that men go through every single day out here.
They need a dose of that.
By the time they get home, or even by the time they are engaging with their person, they want softness.
Yes.
They want to be reminded of softness. So if I come to you, and instead of reminding me of softness, you also want to give me hard. Hey, come on.
Yani imagine Mato umetoka mjengo, foreman amekutupia mawe 6x6, alafu ukuje home upatana na
swali ya kwanza ni chakula iko wapi? Pesa leo iko wapi? Badala ya aki umefanya kazi leo hakuna pesa.
Nikunawishe mkono Kababa.
Sawa.
Utaoga na maji moto Kababa.
Never.
And what not? And what not?
Hapana, hiyo ni content tu anafanya.
Hakuna kitu kama hiyo.
Ni kama Sowino, ni content.
It is digging, Amina, it is digging into the hearts of the Nairobi women where they have forgotten to be soft.
Men have now lined up. Nasikia sija naishi wapi, watu wamepanga line. Kila mtu is throwing proposals. Tuangalie nene tamwangukia so that you get a dose of that every single day.
Lakini I think she's young, eh?
She's young. She looks young.
She looks 16.
She also looks young.
She looks 16.
Mtu ako na ID na na shift.
Kababa.
Here's the thing.
No, wait, you guys... Okay, go on, Cindy.
I have 3 boys. You call them Baba until a certain age. Even now, we are beginning to win our 6-year-old out of all these pet names. Because boys have to be men. And there's nothing like soft or hard. Babying a grown man.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
A grown man.
See what I mean?
You're a grown woman.
See what I mean?
You're a grown woman.
Yeah.
You take care of the kids. They came out of your body.
They
you
did.
gave them nourishment.
Yeah.
You're taking care of left, right, and center. This
bitter.
Kababa doesn't know how you cooked, how you balanced the budget, how you did all that stuff. Who's calling us Kamama?
What's the difference between
someone?
What's the difference between Kababa and baby girl?
Yes.
What's the difference between Kababa and passenger princess?
Or a girl toto.
Or a girl toto.
You guys enjoy. So you enjoy. So you do. You would
forget
if
the Kababa.
The women in your lives would be very, as soft and as demure as she is. So you want us to just be like, you think people are harsh. And kusema ukweli, imagine unaweza ongeleshwa hivyo kama unapeana pesa vizuri.
You see, unaona unapeana conditions.
No, because you want to be called Kababa, but
you should learn from
is not there.
Cindy.
Energy is not there.
Cindy, take notes. Tafadhali go watch that girl again. Take notes of ntandika aje bwanangu akikuja kwa nyumba. What will I say?
Oh, can never be me.
Sister, never.
We are all adults. We
Is
are all
it easier?
adults. Me, I match your energy.
Cindy.
Yeah.
If you call me sweetie, I call you sweetie. You call me babe, I call you
see,
babe.
no,
You
that's
call me
the
mama, I
thing.
call you mama.
That's the
But
thing.
this over-sensualization that men should be babied is the reason why when you're in a position of authority as a man, you want everybody to baby you.
It's not being
But where
baby.
do
You know?
It's
you
not
want
being
everybody
babied.
to baby you. You want everybody
I
to
wanna
treat
hear
you in a
what people have
certain
to
way.
say at
And
home.
it is almost expected.
So now
But
that
for
we have
us-
someone calling us baby, na nyinyi tukiwaita baby inakuanga tu sawa. Now you're saying that ati
Anyway,
You're
I want to
being
hear.
babied.
I want to hear what people at home have got to say. And also, can you imagine how awkward it is, like if you're dating Denga or Mato, and they're just there the whole day, just hearing Kababa.
Imagine.
I'm not saying call me every.
now we are forced.
Ahon Ndenga unamwita
Nikila-
We are
Kababa.
being forced now to hear these Kababa
Every
videos.
day.
Na nini
Unavaa
na
boxer
headphones.
unaitwa Kababa.
I want to hear people at
Leather
home,
jacket.
At the Trend
Bwana.
Live, the hashtag is TTTT. What do you think? Do you love being called Kababa? And do you wish that the person in your life would be a bit softer, right? And just, yani,
Tap
akupe
into your
mapenzi.
femininity.
You see, women would
That's
not
our
have
boiling point.
women would not have to be in their masculinity
Yes.
if you guys were being the men in
Ah, yeah.
relationships.
And the men,
Say
and the men,
Damn thing.
Women-
and the men would not have to
Say
be
it.
crude if the women tapped into their
No,
femininity.
actually,
Yes.
even
You see, so it's chicken-
Mato,
chicken
even
and egg.
No, even in the Bible, I'll quote the Bible just because you're Christian. It says that it begins with the husband. The husband should first love the wife so that the wife can then respect the man. Please,
Someone
it starts
check.
with the man.
Someone
If you want
check.
to
Someone
be-
check what Amina said for Biblia. Then
Iko
The
mahali.
Bible says,
Tami-
husbands, love your wives. Wives, submit
Sawa,
to your
actually,
husband.
we
And
agree
it
to
starts
disagree.
with husband.
But I've told everyone
Not
at home to
Kababas,
tweet at me.
please.
I need to tell you guys about something else though that's cool and new and fresh. And if you love drama, you know my I binge watch reality TV shows. It's my, what is it called, Cindy?
Achilles
Mine?
heel?
No, like that guilty pleasure.
Oh gosh.
Yes,
the
it is
Django in me.
You went on, it's okay.
I went
So-
to Oxford.
If you're ready for drama, glitz, and the fabulosity that takes place in the entertainment industry, well, I think Night Rich, the new show from Showmax, is the show for you. In fact, we have them coming up at 10 p.m. We have Karji and Foina and Rispa and Amber as well, who's going to be coming through. Last time she was on the show, she actually said that there's a show coming up. That's why she wasn't on Real Housewives of Nairobi, and now I see why. And because Showmax is very convenient, you can watch it on any of your devices. It's 300 shillings on your phone and 650 across all the other platforms. You can go, of course, to showmax.com and subscribe so that you can make sure that no show itakupita. I have money that I want to give you, by the way. So that's 650. So that's what? You see, I care about you. I care about you. And all you have to do, because I've just answered it, is tell me the cast members of Nairich. Just that. Imagine Nana Kupatia Pesa. I've given you the answer. Then I'm giving you the question. Come on, come on. All right, so now let's get started with now our official first story. And we take off to Multimedia University in Ongata, Rongai, who've called on the Independent Policing Oversight Authority to investigate and prosecute police officers who were caught on camera assaulting a student on Tuesday. Led by their leaders, the students held a presser at the institution and demanded justice for Trevor Mureithi, who was assaulted by officers as students protested against poor sanitary conditions at the university that was caused by a water shortage. All right, now I know you guys saw this video and it broke my heart. And one of the things that people were saying in the comments is this an old video? Yani, this happens so many times that you couldn't tell if it's a dated video, an old video, a new video.
No, it was
And what were they doing? Like, why were they hitting him so hard? Walishinda wamempiga, wamemgonga. Mgundo yena muma. You saw how they hit him in the head. We can start the video once again. But there's one of the officers who hit him on the, look at that.
Yeah.
And it went on and on and on and on and on, you know?
I think it's so sad, and especially that from the information that was coming thereafter is that this guy, the student, was like I think 2 weeks into admission.
Oh no.
the school.
Oh, ni fresha.
Yes, manze ni fresha, so
Ajuizi
sad.
mambo.
And yes, ajuizi mambo, and of course by this time he had dislocated his, you know.
Yeah, his leg. Look, he's
Yeah.
limping. When he's coming up, he's limping.
And you see, the bad thing is they decided to, kumpatia dawa. And they were happy saying that tumpatie dawa, mtupie dawa. And I could imagine, if you see now the longer version of this video, is that they had thrown the dawa, that is the tear gas, and you see it exploded
right next to him.
Right next to him. Na yani ni bahati tu, he turned the other side, so those shrapnels hazikuingia kwa macho and all that. Otherwise, side tungekuwa naongelelea, a different story. So it's so sad. It's so sad that, this is someone akona, a relative, might be a son, might be a, a relative that is of that age, and you could imagine mtu anafanya hivyo.
Yeah.
So sad.
So sad. Imagine Cindy umepeleka mtu wako uni alafu. But I have to take a quick break, guys. So when we come back, Cindy, you can give your 2 cents as well as Kababa Mato.
Daddy.
At the trend live, the hashtag is TTTT. There's no laughing matter by that story. I'm so sorry, I don't even know why we laughed at the end. But it gave me PTSD of course, what happened during Maandamano. Yeah, and it really broke my heart to it just doesn't change. No matter what we do, and it's ridiculous. Please tell us what you think at home. I'll be reading tweets when we come back, which will be in the next few minutes, so please don't go anywhere. Back. I promised I will be reading tweets in this segment, so I hope we'll make some time, Cindy and Mato, and read some tweets. I have to hear what people have to say about that whole Kababa story and, of course, Multimedia University. So, Cindy, I had cut you off right before we were going on break.
Yeah, police brutality is still ripe. It's still rife, it's happening, it's been documented. The sad thing is that nothing is going to happen, so impunity will still follow. I just wish love and blessings to the young man. I have a nephew who just started campus in Kabete campus, and I'm just thinking, my son is 14, in 4 years, that could be him. So it's really, when you put it into perspective, it looks like it's somebody else's son, it could be mine, could be yours. Yeah. And we really don't know when our kids are safe, and I don't know, man. It's just heartbreaking. Kijana pone.
Akina mamake, babake pole. Can you imagine them watching that video?
I'm just happy he's alive. Vilendenga amesema that thing could have exploded on his face. Let me tell you, when it's not your day. Yeah. When it is not your day. So yeah, it was really sad to see.
But the saddest bit of this story is how the likes of Kina Aipo are not taking any action.
Nothing.
It's not that they're not taking any action. They have said that they are going to investigate. But these institutions are toothless dogs.
Yeah.
Funding has been cut off. Even the individuals who are there are individuals that are extremely compromised in a way that nothing will be forthcoming as far as prosecution of those people who have done things that are actually against the law while in the process of maintaining law and order, which is hilarious if you think about it. You're breaking the law while in the process of maintaining law and order. Wewe ni nani?
This is similar to that, Nini. Remember the one for Nini Maandamano, that guy?
Yes.
Who shot directly
at a group of journalists.
Yes, journalists. Yes. It has the same effect.
Yeah.
And it's so sad that hakuna kitu waipoa. Kama waipoa kufanya kitu on that one, then doesn't mean they'll do anything on this one.
Mato, sometimes when they say they're going to conduct investigations, why? What are you investigating?
We can see.
You saw what happened. What are you investigating?
Yeah.
And why should the investigations take so long? I know, of course, the law still has to
take its course.
Why should it take so long? You can see what is happening. Jamani. I mean, even when we look at, what's happening with American music mogul, P. Diddy, they still had to, even though we had all this footage, there was all this video, there was all this evidence, they still had to investigate before they even put him in custody.
But you want to say ni AI, sindio? Because we are in the AI era.
No, even tunaiona. Kama hiyo siku sasa, when they were saying they will investigate what happened, Ndenga was actually there when the canister was lodged at the group of journalists. He was there. And we saw the guy do it. He was one person. What again?
Recorded 10 angles, 10 different angles.
I don't get it. All right, fine. Now, the show, by the way, tonight brought to you by Showmax. Make sure that you don't miss out on the brand new reality TV show. Well, it's a series that's just started. It's called Nairobi. The drama, oh, the glitz. And it's so interesting how these reality shows make you see a very different side of some of these people that you've been following online. So you have the, oh, I cannot tell you who it is because I already asked you the question. I want to give you some money, okay, so that you can also watch all of your favorite shows, sports documentaries, comedy shows. Like I said, I'm binge watching a lot of South African shows right now. Whatever it is you want to watch, make sure you don't miss it on the online streaming platform that is Showmax. Go to showmax.com for more, to subscribe as well. So answer me and tell me who are the 4 cast members of the new show Nairobi, just like that, and I give you the money. Now, Acting Inspector General of Police Gilbert Masengeli Monday explained the security officers attached to Justice Lawrence Mugambi were recalled for a training session. He said necessary arrangements were made to ensure Justice Mugambi's security is guaranteed. Masengeli was reacting to an uproar from the Judicial Service Commission and other agencies over the move to withdraw security officers attached to the judge after their sentence, he had sentenced him to 6 months in jail. I know you guys saw this story.
Yeah.
The timing
Yeah,
is
Macho?
sus. The timing
It's a bit sus.
is sus.
Suspicious.
A bit. Extremely sus.
Sus.
But you see, one of the things that that gives me faith is there is a case of an OCPD, I can't remember the exact details, but there's an OCPD who was convicted and is in jail for being responsible for the death of an individual in a water tank where alienda kamsukuma ndani na akasema hakuna kitu utanifanyia, na saa hii ako ndani pamoja na some other rogue police officers. Now, this action was clearly meant to intimidate the judge. And it is very clear that the war between the judiciary, the police service, and parliament has just begun. You've seen what the judiciary has just done in, I think it was today. The NGCDF fund has been declared unconstitutional. Yeah. This is where there was somebody in parliament who was saying we need to defund the judiciary. Yani, some of these institutions, the strength of institutions in this country zimeshikiliwa na wale watu wako juu, yet they are the ones who have the power to manipulate whichever direction they want it to go, and that makes me worry for our country.
Na hapo ndo wanasema usiguse nani?
Serikali ama?
Usiguse Mugambi, usiguse Mugambi. And I think the High Court has relented. They've just dropped the 6 months sentencing of Masengeli.
They've delayed it for 7 days. They've
delayed. You know how it goes. You know how it goes.
Oh,
after 7 days,
you call it delay.
Yes.
You know, they call it freedom. Yeah. You call it whatever it is you want to call it. Cindy?
I like how when Masengeli finally faced the court, he was asked severally, are you above the law? Are you above the law? And he said no. And he was very humble at that point. But of course, actions are very different. I agree with Mato. If Mugambi sentenced Masengeli to prison for contempt of court, and then all of a sudden his security has been withdrawn, there's no way you cannot put 2 and 2 together. Of course, there are denials on all parties. I don't know, I hear it's been reinstated and so on and so forth, but it just goes to show that there is no separation of what did you call them? Executive, judiciary, is it the arms of government.
The arms of government.
Yeah, there's no separation with the arms of government. They interfere with each other. I think I would like more judges to have, the kind of kahunas that Mugambi had, because he was like, look, this is the law. The law is the law, and you're not above the law. I would love it if it went the way that Mato said with the OCPD, where we actually have people who are shamelessly, showing impunity, facing the full wrath of the law. But it is what it is. Let his security be reinstated. Faith Odhiambo is still doing a fantastic job. Keep fighting for the legislature, because that's all we have in this country, to fight for our freedoms, to fight for ourselves.
Yeah.
Just a quick one. There's something interesting that you'll notice. I remember, I think, what made Mercy Tarus famous during that time. The president came out and said, everybody needs to answer for their own actions. Then an arrest happened. Do you know that just the other day, there is a statement by the president said that nobody is above the law.
Yeah.
And then now this has happened.
Yeah.
It is only wakati yeye ndio amesema, basically, huyo mtu okay, my suspicion,
It's like
this is my own
reaction.
opinion, it
Yeah.
does not reflect anything of National Media Group. Ni kuna mkutano huwa inaendelea, sasa itabidi wewe uende. Ndio watu wanyamaze wamepiga kelele sana, wewe enda. Alafu
Wow.
anaongea, then ndio watu wanaenda.
There's a show called Banged Up Abroad. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. And when they're talking about like the drug cartels, when you listen out to the boss talk, because now someone gets arrested in a random country and you didn't know that you would be arrested, they tell you, Mato, we've been doing this for so long, this is a one-time thing, just, you know, however
Watch
we
us
tell you to carry. So what happens is usually they have an agreement with the cops, yeah? So they have to arrest someone at some point, they have to give you. So you know, Yani, it was an ambush you were walking in because they have to protect themselves. So every few months, they have to give somebody off to be arrested so that they can show that they're working and they're actually arresting these people. Because we all know that, all these drug dealers allegedly, have some cops in their pockets. So.
But isn't a government a cartel?
Very big.
All right, okay. So now, I don't know what position is being vied for here. But anyway, Nairobi County CEC Environment Geoffrey Musiria. All right, we can't take, okay, so real quick, let me just take this story real quick. All right, unfortunately, we have to take a break. No! We talk about it.
We talk about it.
Sean, give me a second, let's talk about it. All right, fine. So real quick,
Teaser.
Nairobi County CEC, Geoffrey Musiria is on the streets again. Now this time anasema kuna watu wanachoma sana manzi. The CEC was spotted questioning a woman who was burning undergarments as she was teaching bystanders. Take a look. There is a clip.
I think hapa alikuwa namwambia, you see, these are the ladies that if you've been to archives, kuna wale wanachukuanga madawa, wanachukua maunga, mapowder na nini. So I think this lady, she was showing people that the undergarments, the material itself, it's not, it's flammable, not good for your skin and whatnot.
And your private,
yes, all that. But sasa, vile mo serious alifika hapo.
More serious. I love that.
Vile alifika hapo, ndio unaona vile kumbe the lady can be now a kawaida person. He can humble herself. So it was one of those things. And I think this is just one of the many guys that more serious should take action on.
Okay, go ahead.
I like how he's doing it, in all honesty. In as much as there are very many other things that governments, stop people from doing. The approach that he is taking to it in most of the videos that I have seen, he tries to appeal to your sensibilities. Which is the one thing I really respect. He tries to appeal to your sensibilities. Anakuja anasema, sawa, unauzia hapa kwa barabara. Gari ikikuja hapa ikugonge, si umeendenja hawa watu wako. Aya, ni saa 5 usiku. Muko watu 3 ndani ya kanisa. Hiyo kelele yote inaenda ikipigia hawa watu wengine na leo si Jumapili. Ni ya nini?
Basi mato watch yake ya wa Nigeria.
We need to
Nigeria.
Hey, tell the Nigerian ones. Sorry, pelekana nao mbio. You should watch that.
Okay, let's take a break. I'm sorry, Cindy. And you're a little skutaki. I don't know what's going on. We have to take a quick break. You have to see what's happening. Of course, what's coming up on news at 9 p.m. So let's take a quick break. A quick one. And then we'll be back. And welcome back. You're watching TTTT, brought to you by Showmax, which has a new show. Listen, you come for the tea, you stay for the drama, honey, all right? You've got that straight shooter gentleman called KRG who's there, so he can't hold back anything. Yeah, Tasema. And then, of course, you have Rispa, who's another very funny character. I can't wait to have her on the show later on. Ampare, of course. You see it all online. And Foina, she also talks about her beauty brand as an entrepreneur. So you also get to learn a bit about the beauty business and the beauty industry. With all of that, of course, lazima wakosani. All right? Because I know Ambare was having a party for her daughter's face reveal because I think it was shot a while back. And when you add champagne in this mix, lazima watu watakosana. All right? So I'm giving you 650 bob voucher. It's a voucher. and all you had to do was name for me the cast members. And I see so many of you have gotten it right. Cindy Ondenga, I understand so.
There are so many. There are so many. Like everyone is getting it right. Yes, we have so many here. Just before we mention one or two, there's this guy called at Teddy_G. Anasema hashtag TTTT, hey Amina, Trend Live, Amina Abdiraba, ati Daddy Mato wanaitwa abujubujubuju.
Lazima ungeanzia na hiyo.
Sasa hiyo ndio iko. Sasa hiyo nimepatana
about right.
Haungeanzia na ya Michael Mitch anasema the level of brutality with the Kenyan police makes me question why they undergo training. Do they undertake mental checks before they are handed ammunition, which is a requirement under the constitution to hold or own one? Or he a son of it. Ambaye inasema the student union has become weak. Not that they are to blame, but I do miss Babu Owino days. The only language that the mad police and this incompetent government, ini son of it amesema, understand is the street. It's the only way they can reform. Everything is compromised, including Murima.
There's another guy here called Michael Mitch, and anasema this issue of Kababa or Babe, I'm never into it because such flirting names always come with a condition or a request, but if not fulfilled, World War III begins in a cold manner. So we amekata.
And VM Muchamo, why are you guys so against men being pampered? Dunia gunia. Now we need to go back home to some love. Thank you.
Yes.
So Awina, we didn't say pampered, babied, but yes, Ndenga, carry on.
Yes, let's give someone a voucher here at DJ Tush _254. Anasema the cast Nairich, Showmax, Foina Wamboi, Ambare, Rispa Faith, and KRG the Don.
All right.
So at DJ Tush, aka Tunge Arnold, please DM us. Ama will DM you for the voucher.
Yes, so you can share your phone number and I'll give you a call. So I hope your phone is on. All right, so now for as little as 300 bob, you can enjoy all of the drama on Nairich and of course so many other shows, international shows, local shows. They have all the drama. Every proper show in this country is on Showmax. Trust me, it's on Showmax. And like I said, 300 bob a month on your phone. Come on, 650 across the other devices. That's very affordable. Go to showmax.com and subscribe today. Okay, now Cindy, before the break, I'm sorry I cut you short. You had something you wanted to say. Please go ahead.
Gosh, I've lost my trail of thought.
You've forgotten.
What were you talking about before the break? Now I'm seeing this Kababa story.
Okay.
What were you talking about before the break? What were we talking about before the break?
Before the break, we're talking about CEC.
Yeah, and during the break, we're talking about
So now, in Nairobi, there's no behavioral change. Behavioral change takes time, and there are things you need to do behavioral change. You're not sitting and talking to guys, may I feel what he's doing is this Kababa stuff. Hey, mziki ni loud. Unajua hiyo sio poa.
His Kababa voice.
Umechoma.
But he's doing a race.
Unajua. Enforce, bwana. That's the only language we understand. You're littering, enforce. Nairobi is very filthy. The only way we're going to get the change that we need is not to sit and talk to people and assume that they'll go home and think about it. Guys are hungry, guys are poor, guys are hustling.
Cindy.
They're trying to find a quick way to find a bag. Oh, unaenda kwa kanisa usiku unaongelesha watu. Sasa unajua majirani wamesema close that church bwana.
Whatever more serious is doing is balancing. He's doing balancing. At some point, he's doing arrests. The other ones anafanya nini?
Do arrests all through.
PR. He has to do PR. You know, there's a camera, so he has to balance. So off the camera anashika watu. So the other day, si nini zilibomolewa? Kuiva Kilimani. And this other one.
Nilipita huko leo asubuhi jabomolewa.
Unless walijenga overnight. But Kikao. Yes.
Oh, Kikao.
It was demolished. So the guy is serious.
But then when you demolish Kikao, kelele?
I'm yet to know. Probably it has some politics in it. But the guy is doing something. This is better.
Bring law and order. Tell guys in town, have your officers not kuhanda, because remember the time when Kanjo askaris were all over the place, it was just impunity. Not that kind, but enforce. Hakuna kuuza hapa, hakuna kutuka takataka, hakuna kuchoma vitu ati sijui na hiyo ngoza sijui na kaaje, hakuna maneno za kanisa.
Cindy, you see why you are not Morisa? watu wangekuwa wamelala wote ndani.
Unachoma underwear tao madam. Unajua
wafunge wote.
No, Cindy, sometimes you have to have that humane in you.
Ongelesha mtu
soft kababa.
That's what Kababa is doing.
We have to talk about HELB. We have to talk about HELB. Now, the Higher Education Loans Board has begun the process of hiring a professional and reputable debt collection firm that will help the body recover billions of shillings that it is owed by beneficiaries. HELB is an advertisement, says in an ad, said that the services of the debt collectors will remain active for at least 2 years. So daddy mato,
mimi
pesa ya Kenyatta University umekata kulipa why?
Ngoja. Mimi nililipa pesa yangu ya HELB.
Yote.
The year was 2017. I remember niko na HELB certificate yangu nyumbani.
Okay.
Nilimaliza kulipa.
Oh, you want to say ukimaliza kulipa HELB here you're given a certificate?
Yes, you're given a certificate.
Oh, you don't know?
No, I don't know. I went to you know, private university and whatnot. Mambo ya public niliwacha primary.
Mambo ya kuomba.
Pay you.
So I have my HELB certificate at home. Now, in as much as I would say I understand the need for them to procure the services of debt collectors, how bad is the system that how bad is the surveillance? How bad is their back-end system in ensuring that they get this money back, if they even have to procure the services of debt collectors? I mean, how are banks able to get their monies back?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Different.
How is it different? It's their actual
Shouldn't
job.
it be run with the same system?
Yes, because banks are commercial. The government is not a commercial entity. So the government gives you with the goodwill that as a citizen utarudisha do. Ukikosa kurudisha, you change your name, especially for us women, you change your last name, you get your husband name.
Who authorizes the name change?
But the government.
I don't know what.
Thank you.
But the thing is, you see, there are so many moving parts in the government that if we decide,
why not
HELB,
consolidate them?
If we decide until now we're going to put resources into HELB, there's a budget that will be cut.
Digitize.
So you'll find they're overwhelmed and there's nobody to follow up.
But then again,
the agency is also another budget, by the way. The farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also going to
but then again,
to recover 2.7 billion, they'll probably spend 1.7 billion.
But you see, then again, in banks, you have assets. And for HELB, it's hope against hope that
it's your ID.
Yes. It's one day that it's hope against hope you're going to get, you know, you'll be employed so that you're able to pay. But before that, 10 years down the line, you're still waiting to get kazi ya jua kali. So by the time you get someone to do that follow-up and all that, so it's a bit hard.
It's a challenge. For the same reason people register companies, they die, their shares, they're accumulating. The government is trying to get this person's name. You'll find, and this thing happens a lot, especially with before millennial need, Gen X, baby boomers. You'll find Suji, he is known as Kamau, but he registered as Dennis. But kwa mtaa sijui anajulikana kama nani. So even when you go to the Ulize chief, he's known by 3 different names. It's really crazy to follow up on individuals when there's so many other moving parts. So I totally feel that.
So are you going to pay HELB ama pesa kwa vijana?
Wait, so let me ask you, Cindy, how do they do it?
Tufuate gani?
Si tunaenda Germany, nikirudi kutoka Germany, nitakulipa hii pesa yako, please relax. Kazi inakuja, kazi ndo inakuja. But I wanted to ask, now the thought has just disappeared. God damn it.
About banks, how do they do it?
No, I wanted to ask you about, you know, in the US, they have student loans. People complain about it all the time.
Yeah.
How is it that they can track everybody and we can't?
Because you can't do anything in the US without a social security number.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
So we live in the time where it's not an excuse anymore for the government to lack proper systems.
You just hamad here juzi mato. Somebody will register M-Pesa na namba ya budake ama
systems work.
Ama guka na guka medai.
Systems
na
work.
amejenga manyumba flats.
System
na ID sio yake.
I think hii system of DCI watatupata watakutoa.
Yeah, it's true.
Systems work.
Yeah, if I give DCI.
Na wataona kweli ulikuwa chini ya kitanda na kweli hauna.
Na utalipa hiyo pesa
na
ya
DCI sana hupata wale watu hawana pesa. So kwa sababu
It's
hujalipa
true.
HELB loan,
Yeah.
utapatikana.
Wao na
Watu wako na pesa wapatikanagi na DCI.
Yeah, it's true. I feel like even Kerry waits until they're like, okay, Macho is starting to get broke again. Now go. Now
Yeah,
go.
now
Go
go,
in
now
now.
go, go for him, go for him.
Now, lazima wangoje ikuwe pesa significant. You know, they can't just be like, oh, you owe us 100K. No. They have to
Has to be some good
wait.
money.
Yeah, they're like, okay, so Cindy, 10 million Kenya shillings, please. They're like, 10 million? 10 when? They're like, from 20s to 10. You've never paid anything. But thank you so much, you guys. There's so much more we could talk about that video of that Pro Box. Yeah, Mogo Cash. You can cornered
Oh yes.
after a
yes.
fatal accident.
In as
Mira
much as it was a
everywhere.
loss, wacha niseme tu mbio mbio, I like what the people did, which was try to tell those people that, oh, this is what is
Barabara
important
sio
to you.
yako.
So this mogoka is what is important to you. This is what is
than
more
life.
important than human life.
Yeah.
Wacha ikae kwa barabara pia.
Yeah. Yes.
I agree.
Anyway,
Ndenga tuna time, sorry. I'm so
our
sorry.
text.
Tutaku-tweet.
Usizime simu.
Kababa, usisikie vibaya,
Sijasikia.
Kababa, sawa.
Thank
Thank you so much for watching the show. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Macho. Thank you, Ndenga. We will be with the cast of Night Rich at 10 p.m. I have the guy who does squats from South Africa. You know him?
No, he's here.
He's here. He's going to be on the show. I have Dex
Why are you
as well, who's going
excited?
to be a part of the event next week. We're giving away
He's
tickets.
behind this very...
Giza. There's a big event happening.
His
Rema
future
will
is
be-
Cindy,
very
you don't
bright.
need more. Cindy, you don't
Cindy,
need
you're fine.
more. You're fine.
Acha mimi ni squat.
Wachia nani,
Akina
Mamina.
Simba, yeah. Anyway, so I'll be giving away tickets to an event happening next weekend. Rema, Bien, Yashinsky, Lauryn Hill. Do you? Yeah. I have tickets at 10 p.m. Right now, time for the news. My name is Amina Abdi Rabah. Good evening.